Yo, party people, what's up? Monday Night Raw just ended. What a main event that just was between Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. But as usual, those two do not miss when they go at it with each other. Man, we're going to run down all the big stuff that just happened on this episode of Raw Post War Games edition. Get ready. We're going to go all down from start to finish, top to bottom. Get ready. The newest episode of The Gift of Gabe is coming at you right now. Alright guys, so Austin Theory is the new US champ, as we all know. Delivered a nice, awesome heel promo, just continuing to demonstrate how Triple H is correctly utilizing him as a talent that he is. But his first major defensive champion is going to come against Seth Rollins once again. Man, I totally get it from all sides. Triple H using one of his best guys to date, and Seth Rollins, I mean, you saw the run he went on with him, and he's using him to help take Theory to that next level and truly solidify him as maybe the future, and actually, no, not even the future, as the now in WWE, as he would say. But Seth, he don't care, still calls him that kid, and he's looking to get back his U.S. title. I'm thinking this feud's just to really put Austin Theory over, but it's Seth Rollins. He'll get a lot of stuff out of it too. It's a win-win for everybody. Actually, a win-win-win for those two and for us, the crowd. It's going to be good, guys. Going to be happening in the next coming weeks of Raw, since the Rumble's like literally 2 months away. But it's a feud, and that's going to be great, and the eventual payoff match is going to be great too. Theory versus Rollins for the U.S. title. Sign me up. Okay, guys, after months and months and months, I mean, literally, felt like this was going on for a while. I know some of y'all were like really like kind of getting dragged along with this freaking storyline between The Miz and Lumis. But after all the abductions, the sneak attacks, the lies, the investigations, the deceit, the payoffs, it is finally over. Dexter Lumis defeated The Miz tonight to earn his payday that The Miz promised him and a WWE contract. He's officially WWE. Like, he's saying freaking with the memes, Dexter Lumis is WWE. Freaking with the memes, it's hilarious. But he is here. He is good. The storyline has been wrapped up. It has some good moments. I understand, people saying that it went on a bit too long. But overall, it was pretty fun. And it got us a lot of interesting TV, to start off the Triple H era when we were just trying to see what he was about to do. So, give it up for Dexter Lumis. He is now a Raw official superstar, and he got his bag of money with a little assist of Johnny Gargano. Thank you, Detective Johnny. Later, guys, that was awesome. Well, guys, from the looks of it, with how we kicked off Raw, looks like we're going to get a Becky versus Bayley feud. Honestly, really, there hasn't been a lot of time where they've, actually feuded. If I'm looking back on it correctly, they really haven't had, like, a proper, one-on feud, like, really ever. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they haven't. It should be pretty good, but, I don't know. I feel like they're probably just going to fail with that again. And I said it before. I think they just need to get rid of the Damage Control faction. I feel like it's been, like, kind of beaten to death in terms of, like, them getting all this momentum. And then just, they fail, when it matters the most. Look at Bayley and her women's title chases. And then 2 nights ago, War Games inside of the match against Bianca's team. So I feel like Becky's just going to end up winning this feud. I could be wrong, but, throw Bayley a bone here. She literally needs it. Other than that, like I said, get him out of here. Try to just salvage all 3 of them and, think upon what you did wrong with the whole Damage Control experiment, guys. Don't know really what else to say about that. The Judgment Day, you guys, got the big win over the OC and Mia Yim in an intergender 8-person tag match. It was a solid match overall. Judgment Day picking up the win. Love them. Love their stuff. I've said that before. Triple H is booking them. Totally great. The match was so impromptu. I didn't even expect it. But totally produced. Honestly, if this was me, I probably would just bookmark the rivalry there between these two. It's been going on for a little bit. But as the commentators kind of alluded to, it doesn't seem like it's over. Maybe the next step is just another AJ Styles versus Finn Balor match where Finn Balor actually gets the win. Maybe it's some sort of stipulation match. Don't know if they should go steel cage because they've kind of done that a lot over the past couple months. They don't really want to do Hell in a Cell. That's obviously overkill, especially since it's not even a pay-per-view for another 2 months. I feel like they'll find some good kind of stipulation. But like I said, if it were me, I would just bookmark the feud here. Let that be the end. Let Styles, Balor, and their respective factions move on to separate things. I would love to see the Judgment Day go up against the Usos for the tag titles in the future. But, I understand continuing the feud with, Roman not being there and no top title outside of the U.S. title. And they're kind of handicapped in terms of, like, what they can do, storytelling-wise and, for the top guys to do if you're not, like, Seth Rollins and Austin Theory inside that U.S. title feud. But, overall, I like the match. We'll see where we go from here. I'm down for another AJ Styles and Finn Balor match. I'm not going to hate on that at all. Hope the stipulation, if they do it again, is pretty good. And, we'll see where it goes from there, you guys. You guys give it up for the Bloodline. I was so glad we didn't have to wait till Friday for the big old celebration after their big-ass dub at War Games. It was great. And, man, just seeing them all unified. And, Zayn and Jay now on their freaking routine. Now they are so there. I was honestly down for the huge group hug, but then, Kevin Owens showed up. One of the few times I wasn't happy to see KO show up. That group hug would have been amazing. They were on a roll with Sami and Jay. And freaking all the ones involved. It was great. But anyway, I loved the whole segment. It was amazing. Zayn and Owens, truly just masterful storytellers they've been since this whole thing, especially Sami, literally getting your emotion and being like, dude, I'm done with you. No, man, I'm done with you because I got family now. And, man, I just love seeing Jay just stick up for Sami without even hesitating. He's like, yo, you want to mess with Sami? You got to go through the right-hand man, Jay Uso now. That was totally awesome. And, man, that main event, you guys, was totally great. Jay and Kevin honestly don't miss ever since that original KO and Roman feud started 2 years ago. Every time they get in the ring with each other, it is main event worthy, and it is always great. I thought Jay might have been able to pick up the win there, but Kevin Owens just barely sneaked it out. It looks like he might be trying to just go through Bloodline member after Bloodline member until he's able to possibly get a next shot at Roman Reigns in that undisputed Universal Championship, which would be amazing because those matches don't miss either, so I'm all down for it. Plus, imagine the match between Sami and KO. That would have ramifications just in itself. We all know they're not done with each other. This is going to lead into a great future program with them challenging the Usos. And look, I know some of you guys are like, yo, just have Sami fight Roman for the title. He probably is at some point. I'm not buying the whole Elimination Chamber thing because they had said before that Roman's not even going to be on that program. But I think that payoff is definitely there. Maybe post-WrestleMania, honestly. I'm hearing some rumors, don't know if they're true, that the next year SummerSlam could be in, like, Toronto. So, if that's an option, just run that back right there. But overall, you guys, this story has still so much great stuff left in it. It's literally one of the best stories in pro wrestling. I'm talking about WWE, AEW, the entire wrestling world. It is amazing. But even though Jay couldn't get the win tonight, him and Jimmy are definitely going to get the win next week because they're defending the tag titles against Elias and Riddle. That should be a pretty good one. Not going to want to miss that. So, Sami will be able to help them get a quick, nice, easy dub in that tag title match next week. And alls will be good. Plus, they'll probably be celebrating a little bit on Friday. I'm just glad, again, we didn't have to wait. But overall, you guys, it was great. Loved the main event. And still so much more great stuff to come with this amazing masterpiece of wrestling story that this is. Alright, party people, that was a pretty solid episode of Raw, but it is done. But don't worry, we still got some cool stuff left going on the week. We got this upcoming episode of Dynamite where MJF finally appears, and we're getting Dax Harwood versus Bryan Danielson. Do I even need to say more? There's going to be more great stuff added to that card anyway, but there's gonna still be just off of those two matches alone. Oh yeah, and it's match 3 of the best of 7 series between the Elite and Death Triangle. You know what? Just off those 3 matches, just watch the show. It's gonna be great. And then after that, we got SmackDown on Friday with, the Bloodline appearance once again, just like tonight. A little bit more fun, because they probably won't be having, Jay or anybody on the Bloodline losing on that night. And we got Ricochet versus Santos Escobar in the finals of the WWE World Cup. And then Rampage soon after that. So don't worry, guys. A lot of cool stuff we'll have to go on this week. You're not going to want to miss those shows, and you're not going to want to miss the #1 show to check out for reactions and just good times afterwards here on The Gift of Gabe. But until then, you guys, I will see you later after Dynamite on Wednesday. But before I go, just don't ever forget. I'm sure you don't, but I still got to say it every time because it's a great tagline. When it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe? All right, guys. See you after the show on Wednesday. Deuces, puces.